everyone. Maxwell here for another Summer Little Bites, and I am here with Brianne,
Hello.
my mom. Alright, and today we are reviewing, I think, something that you will like. It is Frosted Flakes with vanilla flavored marshmallows. Now, many of you will probably remember that we have reviewed Frosted Flakes with marshmallows before. In fact, one of them was a Minecraft variety. But this is, it specifically says vanilla flavored marshmallows, and that was so intriguing. I honestly couldn't pass it up. It's also sports themed if you look at the back. Sorry, on the side, my bad. On the side, you'll see that the marshmallows are shaped like little mascots.
Yes, cheer for your favorite school mascot. They have tigers, bulldogs, lions, bears, and cougars.
Yes, they're great.
And I know I went to at least one school that had one of these. When I was in junior high, it was Bremerton Junior High, and we were the Bulldogs.
Oh, very
So
nice.
I can account for at least one of them.
Show us those marshmallow shapes, Brianne.
Here, they're on the side
yes,
panel there.
Tigers, bulldogs, lions, bears, cougars.
Oh my.
Other schools I
They're
went to,
great. All right.
mountain lions, so that's technically a cougar. A cougar is a mountain lion. Another mascot we had, knights, you know, like in armor.
Yeah.
And another one that I went to, they were the lumberjacks.
Oh,
The town was like a big logging town.
Yeah.
But I think a lumberjack would be a little tricky to do in marshmallow form.
The
Also a
the
knight,
the
to be
lion
honest.
looks pretty complicated as is, but
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, sports are great, but today though, Brianne, I wanted to ask you because you are a lot of things in Blue Forge and otherwise. You are a writer, an actor, a poet. You're my mom. That's pretty noteworthy. But the thing I wanted to talk to you today was you are also a composer. You make not only the main theme for Seriously Serial, but you also compose music for a lot of Blue Forge's actual films, and you've won awards for those. So I just wanted to ask you about some of that. Like, what made you take up an interest in music?
I think I've just always loved music. I grew up in a family that definitely loved music. My parents were always playing something aloud, very loud.
Yeah.
Not only aloud, but loud.
Yes.
And I think it's something that I've just always really loved. And so when we started working in film, it just kind of made sense. I kind of gravitated toward wanting to at least arrange the music, but then kind of make my own music. And
So you really love music.
I do. I do really love music.
I do too.
I really love that because
Let me get this open. I have more questions, but let me get
I really love that you are someone who loves music and that kind of led you down a path to create it, Brianne.
Yeah.
Because, and I think one of the things that you don't like just one kind of music either.
No, that's true. I do have pretty eclectic tastes in music. I don't think that there's really a type that I don't like, per se. There's certainly like musicians that I don't care for, but in terms of like genres, I would say I listen to pretty much all genres.
Yeah. So then that way, there's a really good chance that you would be able to make music for any different kind of film. I think that's really cool.
Potentially.
And Brianne also composed the music that plays during our Time 4 special
That's true.
segment
Yeah,
as
there's
well.
also true.
four
That's
different
also true.
varieties.
So the main theme, but I just love that because you've designed a lot of the music for Seriously Serial, all of the main music and the main theme, but you've also done like little tiny short, like 20-second pieces of music for like we have a shop called Wishstone Witch.
Yeah.
You did the theme for that.
Kind of like a little jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've done like 2 hours of solid music for some of our feature films and horror films, adventure films, sad films, happy films, so many different things. And I think that is incredible.
Yeah.
But I've always thought that was because you love all kinds of music.
I mean, that's definitely a nice like interest to take up. Like, if you like music, then get into composing. And you know what's nice is that, like I said, you do a lot of different things, so you can have different interests as well. Like, you can like have one thing for like your job, but then also do like something for your hobby, or like have multiple jobs. Like, when it comes to like the arts, there's a lot of like potential, you know. So real quick though, I do have a couple more questions, but does look like the Frosted Flakes look about average, and they do. I am happy to say there are a lot of marshmallows, even just right off the bat.
Oh my
so they're not like
gosh.
falling into the bottom of the bowl this time.
That's a lot of
the bag this time.
mascots.
I have started snacking on it a little bit. So far, the Frosted Flakes taste like Frosted Flakes.
And you guys probably want to know about the nutritional facts, so There are about 7 servings in this box. A serving size is 1 1/4 cup, 150 calories, 37 carbohydrates, and 17 grams of added sugar. So just be mindful of that boost, you guys, because you'll have a boost and you'll go, woo, but then you'll probably want to take a nap.
And you guys know your own nutrition needs, so, you know.
So, Brianne, I think this actually covers a lot of the things I was going to ask, so I'll just ask this. How do you go about composing music for, like, a scene in a film? What is your, like, process?
So usually I'll watch it through. If I have any questions, then I'll go to the writer or the director. Usually that's actually the same person for the films that I work on. And I'll ask them if I have any questions about, like, you know, like, what's supposed to be the vibe here? What's the intention of, you know, this character, what they're feeling, that kind of thing. And then I start thinking about, like, what kind of a sound for, like, the overall film, because it's like, it is made of, like, little scenes, but everything overall needs to kind of sound similar, like it comes from the same sets of instruments. And then once I figure out those kind of things, then I will watch the scene all the way through, not working on the music at all. But then I'll just start kind of running the scene through and, like, playing with some different sounds and figuring out, like, what I like the sound of. Sometimes I'll even record those, even though, like, more than likely that won't be a take that I'll ever use. But sometimes I'll record them because sometimes it'll just be like inspiration. The first or second time through, I'll score the whole thing and I'll love all of it. So I do tend to start recording pretty fast, but I do a lot of takes. On an average, like, 3-minute scene, I would say I probably do even maybe like 50 takes to get it every moment exactly the sound that I want it to be. And feeling and emotion.
I think people would really appreciate that effort on their project.
Yes, and actually, as someone who's a writer-director but who doesn't compose music, can I just say, I've worked with several different composers over time, and after working with Brianne, it's like I never wanted to work with anyone else again, because she really came to me, not just because we're married, but because she really, as a composer, is like, what is the writer's vision? And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Brianne is also a writer. And so I would have other composers work on my projects, and they would turn something in, and I'd be like, this is not the energy, this is not the emotion that I want this music to do. And I won't say, like, the names of the projects. I'm not trying to, you know, be down on other composers, but I think a composer that really cares about what the original intent was. Brianne still brings more to a scene, because she'll bring out those nuances, you know, like when someone says something that's a little humorous. So I really appreciate that about you, Brianne. Thank you. I think folks that work as a team or find a way to find the team in a project, that's so valuable.
Communication, you guys, and you know that ties into sports. What do they always say? There's no I in team.
Oh, that's right. The mascots. So
that's
what
true.
what do you guys rate this?
Well, you know, I gotta say the Frosted Flakes, you guys, they're just Frosted Flakes. They're sugary. They have a nice corn flavor in addition to the sweetness. They get kind of soggy in milk, so probably eat them fast. If you have them as a serving, that was pretty good. Like that small little bowl there, like that was fine for me. But the marshmallows, texture-wise, they are about normal, but the flavors took me pleasantly by surprise. Because it does have, like, a French vanilla taste. It's a very creamy, like a more pronounced sweetness, as opposed to just, like a burst of sugar and then it's gone.
So there's more flavor in
there.
Which is interesting, because to me, I don't taste that at all. It just tastes like sugar.
Oh.
It just tastes like any other cereal marshmallow.
And Brianne, you were a snacker today.
I was,
you had it without
so I have
milk.
Just plain.
And Maxwell, you had it
Do you
with
have any
milk.
more marshmallows?
I do. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me sneak one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Frosted Flake in there.
Yeah, they're very sticky.
No, I feel like there is still a little something there, but it might come out more in the milk.
Yeah.
Maybe I am more tasting the milk, but I definitely got something having this with milk that I don't usually get for something like Lucky Charms or like the Minecraft Frosted Flakes. Like, I feel like there is like something here, and I do like it actually. It being a different kind of sweetness as opposed to the other Frosted Flake varieties that had marshmallows actually makes it add something to the experience. And also I appreciate that there's not like too many marshmallows, too many flakes. Like, I think that's a good balance. I might actually give this a 4. I was
4 spoons as a spooner?
Yeah, I was very impressed by this.
And Brianne as a snacker?
I think I would probably give it a 3. just because I didn't really get a lot of flavor. But I mean, it's perfectly good. It's Frosted Flakes with marshmallows, which is very fun.
And you did say it was a little sticky as a
It is, but it's also kind of hot today. The temperature just outside is warm, so I think that might be affecting it.
Well, thank you guys for your review.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
See you guys next time.
Bye. Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.